Neuromarketing. Can you find the brain's based strategies? Neuromarketing is the method of using technology and scientific methods to influence marketing and advertising techniques. Neuromarketing involves the use of science and emotions through our three major brain components, which include pyramidal, emotional, and thinking. Pyramidal strategies involve fear, attractiveness, and uniqueness. For example, as Kevin L'Oreal states in his online article, horror movies tap into a pyramidal fear instinct in your brain. Using images and sound that are able to tap into a part of your brain that operates purely on instinct. Usually, when we're watching something, we shut down the motor regions of the brain, and yet those stimulate from a shocking scene are so strong that they overcome the inhibition to the motor system, said Michael Grabowski, an associate professor of communication at Manhattan College and the editor of the textbooks Neuroscience and Media: New Understandings and Representations. We jump or yell because a film bypasses our tranquilized state and taps into pyramidal instincts, which is to react immediately to protect ourselves and warn others before taking time to process what scares us. And here's a great example of pyramidal neuromarketing technique used to advertise J.J. Abrams' 2008 film. An article online called Little White Lies, remembering Cloverfield's bizarre, groundbreaking virtual marketing scheme. Cloverfield marketing scheme pulls into your pyramidal and thinking region of your brain. When I first watched this trailer, the first thought that came into my mind was, does this have something to do with 9/11? As Cloverfield's pyramidal ingenious marketing used this date, 1/1808, and had people rushing to the computers to look up more information, as they found rabbit holes of clues. The film was simply released by the date 1/1808. No movie title was ever released. An advertising trigger which included message boards. Curiosity built more advertising triggers that included message boards, blog posts, live journal pages devoted to the film, and even virtual reality games into a website called 11808.com, which was coded with pictures, trailers, handful of random clues across the internet, and even a website for a fictitious drink called Slusho, which was used as an Easter egg as a non existent Japanese company that somehow was involved with the Cloverfield monster. Now, as we move on to the feeling region of your brain, which is the emotional strategy, as marketers they use stories and drama to tell a story or anything relatable or personal. Also, things like rewards or punishments can be used, and major triggers like memories that will trigger your memories, such as like colors, sense of smell, images, music, anything that will emotionally stimulate the human and make them think of something or feel something. When I think of anything powerful that emotionally moves me as a human being, and I find it to be great advertising, would be either Coca Cola or this Apple commercial. Now, as we look at this Apple commercial, it taps into the emotional connection of family, holidays, and Apple.
They're here! Grandma, Grandpa!
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Have yourself
a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Apple does a great job of engaging their audience emotionally with this Christmas commercial. As you see here, you see a family enjoying the holidays together, and you see a kid that looks like he's not even interested in what's going on around him. But in fact, what he's doing is actually creating a Christmas present for his whole family by recording them and moments as they share moments together. As I'm watching this commercial, it definitely makes me feel emotional and emotionally attached to my family and memories. And it just makes me think of my own perspective of my life and memories that I have shared and created with my own friends and family. That's what Apple is actually triggering and wanting to target their customers by doing that so they can continue to create their own memories as well. And Apple is definitely there to help. Now, according to this article called Apple, the Master of the Emotional Appeal, submitted by submissions.com, clearly it states that Apple has been delivering the same message to us for over 30 years. It has mastered emotional connection between audience and inspires us. Without ever listing a specific feature, Apple has inspired us to believe that we can change the world and that Apple is our partner that can change. That Apple empowers us to not only create that change, but to be that change. Now, according to Jamie Ordain, an article she wrote called Emotional Advertising: How Brands Use Feelings to Get People to Buy. She states, there's no big surprise. Studies have shown that people rely on emotions rather than information, and to make brand decisions that adds emotional response to influence the person's intent to buy. The most startling truth is we don't even think our way to logical solutions. We fear our way to reason. Emotions are substrate, the base layer of neural circuitry, unpinning even rational deliberation. Emotions don't hinder decisions. They constitute the foundation on which they're made. Lastly, let's take a look at thinking strategies, which include facts, history, statistics, and data. As I researched an article online called Neuromarketing by Roger Dolly, who writes about a book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Scientists love to divide human thinking into two parts: right brain versus left brain, rational versus emotional, conscious versus subconscious. As I quote Kaufman, Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize winner in economics, processes a simple split to explain much of human behavior, fast versus slow. Kaufman explains he has two systems. System 1 is fast thinking, which is unconscious, emotional, incisive. Fast thinking results in snap judgment and sometimes prejudice. Slow thinking, which is system 2, is what most of us would consider actual thought. It's conscious, deliberate, and most rational. We use both fast and slow thinking when we process information and make decisions. According to Kaufman, we tend to avoid slow thinking when we can. Slow thinking is more work for our brain and consumes more resources. Fast thinking enables us to get through the day by handling routine decisions with minimum fuss. When we make important decisions, both systems can be engaged even though we are mainly aware of the slow thinking part. Now, one great example that I see as a video where it makes you think about what's going on is Childish Gambino's video, This Is America. He has its audience using all three major brain components, which includes curiosity and fear.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch slipping now. I'm geeking up. I'm so fitted. I'm on Gucci. I'm so pretty. I'm gonna get it. Police be tripping up. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. I gotta carry 'em. Yeah, I'ma go into this. Yeah, this is gorilla. Yeah, I'ma go get the bag.
Just a big dog, yeah. My Kindle came in the backyard. From a barbarian life to a dog.
Once again, Childish Gambino.
He has its audience using all three major brain components, which includes curiosity and fear, and even confusion as the video just opens. As the story unfolds, it gets us thinking about our nation's gun violence. Personally, as I saw this video, it definitely got me thinking about school shootings in America and how nothing is being done to protect our children. Nothing is being changed to have any sort of gun control, and how quickly we're becoming immune to these tragedies. Or perhaps how African Americans are to this day being unfairly criminally portrayed. This is America uses all three major components that really got the audience talking, and most importantly, thinking. In conclusion, neuromarketing is successful because it uses the three major brain components as we discussed, which is criminal, feeling, and thinking. Use all three of these and you'll be successful as well.